Hey guys, it's Kevin with Rat Busters, and I wanted to take a second to explain one of the questions I get asked very frequently, which is how do you choose and know that you're choosing a good rat exterminator? How do you choose a good rat trapper? And the biggest thing I would tell you is you need to make sure that they focus on rats. Okay, the first thing that I personally would avoid is hiring a bug guy to do a rat job. Yes, they say they'll do it, but most of their guys are specialists with bugs, and they don't really understand rats. And I'm going to explain to you why that's important in just a moment, but it's very critical that whoever you hire actually understands the habits of whatever kind of animal you're trying to trap. So I get this call all the time where people have hired a bug guy and they've paid him all this money to get rid of the rats, and it's 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or 2 years later, and they still have rats. And what that tells you when you run into that situation, it means that the rat trapper didn't know what he was doing, okay? Let's just be honest. And where the breakdown is number one, I'm going to give you phase one where the problem is. They don't understand rats well enough to be able to trap them out properly. So they might catch a couple rats, but they don't catch them all. And for example, you have to know the difference between a Norway rat and a roof rat. And if you don't, that means you don't understand rats at all, and you don't understand their habits. And if you don't know exactly their habits, then you're not going to be able to set the traps in the right way to get them caught effectively. I get people all the time saying rat traps don't work. We put them out, the rat traps don't work. Well, they do. It's just that whoever's saying that doesn't really know how to trap, okay? So if that's a professional that's charging you, well, that's kind of BS. So number one, they don't understand even what type of rat it is, and therefore how to set the traps. Number two, they either don't seal up the exterior or they don't do it properly. So you have to seal up the holes on the exterior of the house so no more rats can get in, okay? And the reason that's so important, there's two reasons. Number one, if they can go in and out and there's a food source that they're really keyed in on at that time, like let's say it's mangoes or it's avocados or whatever's in season, they're going to hit that heavy. Any of you who are fishermen, or especially trout fishermen who fly fish, you know that when the hatch is on, man, those trout will hit that particular size and type of fly or larva, but anything else they just turn their nose up at, so they're not going to eat your bait. So number one, you have to be able to seal them up from coming in and out so that the food that they have is what's on your traps, all right? And they don't get selective that way. But more importantly than that, I mean, that's kind of a nuanced thing, but more importantly than that is the fact that if you don't seal up the openings, new rats are going to come in, because the existing rats, they have a pheromone or a smell that they emit in their nesting area that attracts more rats. So you can trap out the rats and then you've got rats again because you didn't seal up the entry points or it wasn't done properly. How many times do we get the call again coming behind a bug guy or someone else who said they were going to take care of the problem, and we get up on the roof and nothing's sealed, or there's only a few things sealed? Everything that's the size of a nickel or larger has to be sealed up. You can't leave a single thing open. So when they do the inspection, they have to inspect every square inch from the foundation to the tip top of the roof. But those are the two reasons. They either don't know rats well enough to be a good trapper, or they don't know how to seal up the exterior of the property properly. They haven't been properly trained. Again, a lot of these guys are just bug guys who think you can throw a couple traps in the attic and put some poison outside and you're good to go. It's not the way it works. You're going to waste money if that's the approach, okay? So what I would suggest is read the reviews that everybody has. I invite everybody to go and check out Rat Busters Florida. We have tons of reviews online, tons. And I'm going to say, the vast 98% or 97%, or I don't know what the percentage is, it's high, are really good reviews, okay? We do have a couple of bad reviews on there, and all I can say about that is there's just some people that it doesn't matter how you explain things to them, they don't understand and they're not happy, and they want a lot. Most of the time it's because they want a lot of things for nothing, and we just refuse to do that. We do what we promise we're going to do at the fee for services that we quote. and we break it down in a way that's fair for everybody. And again, that's reflected in the 90+% of the reviews on there, 95 plus, that are really good reviews. So check those out, and check out anybody else as well, and make sure that you feel comfortable. And then of course, give them a call, and if that person, you feel like they're being honest with you, they're explaining the process, and they're very knowledgeable, then you're probably going to be okay there. And then of course, make sure they're not charging you an arm and a leg, a fair price, okay? But that's how you choose a fantastic rat trapper or rat exterminator. This is Kevin with Rat Busters. I'm going to put the link to our website down below, and feel free to give us a call at 844-293-7287. I'll look forward to talking to you soon.